All right. What's up, folks? Let's get into it, huh? Trailer's been leaked. It's not official, but I found a leak. I mean, it's officially leaked, so it's official. I'd say it's official in that sense. It's officially leaked. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Again, trailer has been officially leaked. It looks like we are getting Gen 2, Ho-Oh and Lugia. Just a quick sneak peek at the pack. It does look like we are getting some dual energy or multi-energy support, I should say. It's not just dual energy. You guys will see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. For now, I suppose let's get into it. We're going to watch the trailer here. But again, it's kind of leaked footage of the trailer, so it's the best I can do. Bear with me. We'll go through the cards individually here after this. But for now. Oops. I'm going to turn it way down. Right off rip, Ho-Oh. I'll read this to you guys here too. Hold on. Lugia. Lugia's colorless. 150. They're both 150 basics. 150 HP basics are strong right off rip. I'll tell you that much. We're getting the Gen 2 starters. Pichu and Cleffa, baby Pokemon. Gyarados, shiny Gyarados. Okay, and then we're getting Espeon, Umbreon EX. 4 trainer cards. All right, it's dropping in a week on the 30th. We'll go through everything individually. I guess just real quick, right off rip, one thing I learned, baby Pokemon. You can put them in turn 1. They have 0 energy requirement for their moves. So, that's the advantage to them, is they can attack turn 1. We have some sort of fix for turn 1, I guess, right? I don't know if it's still necessarily as powerful as going turn 2, but let's see what they end up coming out with for baby Pokemon. And then I guess we can judge it from there. For the time being, though, let's go through these Pokemon. I'm going to go through, we'll pull up Ho-Oh first and then Lugia. Here are the 3 starters. We'll go just right down the line. All right. So first up, we've got Ho-Oh. Again, he's a EX basic. Fire type EX. He's got an attack, 3 colorless energy for his attack. Phoenix Turbo, 80 damage. Take a fire, water, and electric energy from your energy zone and attach them to your basic Pokemon in any way you like. So it has to be a basic Pokemon. Unfortunately, that rules out Dragonite EX. However, you're still going to be able to get the energy. So, I think you can still use this in a Dragonite deck. However, it's not going to directly just translate that energy over to Dragonite EX. Reason I went with Ho-Oh first. We'll move on to Lugia here. But, so again, take the 3 energy, attach him to a basic Pokemon in any way you like. His weakness is electric type, 2 retreat cost. Let's move on to Lugia EX. So again, colorless EX. That's kind of cool. Basic type, fire, water, electric type energy are required. Discard a fire, water, electric type energy from this Pokemon when you attack. However, you're doing 180 damage. So, as soon as you can get a Ho-Oh, as soon as you can get Ho-Oh set up, you can attack on a Ho-Oh. And then Lugia can swing in next turn and do 180 damage, which is kind of nuts. Chikorita, we don't know much about it right now. It just does 20 damage, 60 HP, grass type. Cyndaquil, 60 HP, fire type, 20 damage. Totodile, 60 HP, water type. These guys all take their grass, fire, or water type respective energies. Again, we don't know what they're evolving into just yet, so we'll have to see where that goes. Hopefully we get, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends. I don't know if we'd want to see another Fire EX. I could almost imagine Cyndaquil's probably going to be, or excuse me, Typhlosion is going to be a basic, or not, what am I talking about? A junior type, not a basic. He'll be a junior type, though. I don't think he's going to be an EX. We could see maybe another Grass EX. We're overdue for another Grass EX. So, a Grass EX, I could see that. Water, we have more Water EXs in the game than anything else currently. But I do love Crocodile, so, or Totodile. I love the whole line. For Alligator, I love the whole line. So, what did I say? Crocodile. That's the stage 1. But either way, for Alligator, one of my favorite starters. So, it would be cool to see an EX, but either way, I'm happy. All right, let's move on to the baby Pokemon. Pichu, electric type, 30 HP, basic, no cost, sparkling throw. Take an energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. The downside here is you have to have an energy in your discard pile. So I don't know how useful this one's going to end up being. I don't know. Maybe there's... Again, it doesn't make sense to me right now. Off rip, I don't see the use for this. Cleffa, 30 HP, psychic type, basic, no cost, sparkling call. Take a random Pokemon from your deck and add it to the cards in your hand. Now this is extremely good. This is overpowered. We'll have to see. I wonder if that means we're going to get like a new Pikachu or a new Clefairy, possibly. I would rather see a Clefairy than the Pikachu. That's more important to me. So a new Clefairy would be awesome. Shiny Gyarados, excuse me. 130 HP, water type, stage 1, evolved from a Magikarp. You may discard any number of Pokemon from your bench. This attack does 40 more damage for each bench Pokemon you discarded in this way. Is this going to be like a fossil type Pokemon then? I wonder if this is really going to lean heavily into that. Remember the fossil Gyarados search that we had back in the day? Maybe we see something similar to that with this, because what else? I don't know what else you're gonna want to discard other than like fossils, or maybe this could work with a Wishy-Wash deck. I don't know. We'll have to see. Kind of an interesting mechanic here. 40 damage for each bench Pokemon discarded in this way. He does 20 damage by himself. So if you discard, let's see, 3 Pokemon, that's 120, 140 damage. For 2 energy, that's pretty good. Honestly, 140 for 2 energy is not bad. And it's a 1 prize point Pokemon. The problem is he's a stage 1, so it's kind of hard to get that set up. But, I mean, at the same time, not so much. I don't know. This is kind of interesting. We're going to have to see where this goes. Umbreon EX. All right. Darkness, 140 type HP. Stage 1, evolve from Eevee. Ability, Shadow Tag. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has damage on it with their active Pokemon. Are we going to get some sort of bench attacker? If we get a bench attacker for Darkness, ooh, that could be really strong. Let's see. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has damage on it with their active. So the bench has to have damage on it. That's again what I was trying to confirm. 80 damage for 2 Darkness is absolutely bonkers. I like this. You got to remember too, you can pair this with the non-EX Umbreon we just got. And all of a sudden, you're switching an opponent's benched in, and then you could lock it in with the other one, too, depending on how you set that up. But I think Umbreon EX is going to be really good. Excited to play this deck. Very, very, very excited. Grass-type weakness, just like the other Darkness. Let's move on to Espeon EX. 140 Psychic type. Stage 1, evolve from Eevee. Ability, Care. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active position, you may heal 20 damage from one of your Pokemon. So he has to be in the active. You could heal yourself, I suppose. We'll have to see where this this goes. Interesting, though, that you can heal 20 damage. You'll be able to bounce around. He's only got 1 retreat cost, so you could definitely bounce around and have like an invincible EV team. 2 energy cost. Super Psy does 80 damage, which is, again, pretty good. You pair that with Sylveon, and this is going to be a really, really strong combo, I feel like. Let's move on to Lyra, the trainer card we're getting, one of the supporters. Choose one Pokemon, one of your Pokemon, shuffle it, and all cards attached to it back into your deck. Interesting, right? Kind of an interesting thing here. I suppose the further down the line you get, like the better this gets. It can kind of like just completely revive one of your Pokemon. You know, like imagine you have a Pokemon that you've swapped out, it's on the bench, and it's like, crap, I'm just hoping this thing doesn't get Cyrused. You could now Lyra it, and it's no longer a Lyra ability. Get it? You get it? That's a good one, right? That was good. That was pretty good. All right. I think that's how you would use that. The cool thing here, though, is you're not throwing away, you're not discarding your tools that are attached to it either. You can reuse them. Again, the further on down the game or further on down the line that you play this card, the better it's going to be because you'll be able to just instantly draw that Pokemon and your missing cards right back. I like this. Interesting way, or interesting tech. The problem with it, though, that I'm seeing is we're already tight in a 20-card deck. So I think teching this in it's going to be hard. But it's going to be doable. People will definitely tech this in, I feel like. Because, again, refreshing and healing one of your Pokemon. Or imagine, oh my lord. If I Lyra a Sylveon, does that mean I get to redraw my Sylveon 3 times? Sylveon EX? Choose one Pokemon, shuffle it, and all cards attached to it. So, technically, that Eevee that you evolved from it is still attached to this card, right? I'm going to have to see how this works, but if that's the case, this is going to just make Sylveon even more disgusting. You thought it was gross before, wait till you see Lyra. Okay, let's move on. Silver. Silver's going to also be amazing. Remove 1 special energy. I'm assuming that just is 1 energy. Or what? How does this work? 1 special energy card from one of your opponent's Pokemon? I'm assuming that just is 1 energy, right? Remove 1 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. If that's the case, again, this is going to be absolutely clutch, key, meta. You're going to need it. It'll be huge. You got to think this is going to shut down Stoke Charizard. It's going to shut down a lot of things. So I think Silver is going to be needed in basically every single deck. That's just a stall card for sure. Instant 1 stall. Or special energy? Is that going to be an attached energy? Are we getting an energy that we attach? I don't know how this is going to work. This is either just remove 1 energy from a card, in which case it's overpowered, or special energy is going to be something we attach to a card, right? So, because if you could add an energy to a deck and draw that energy and have it do, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm assuming the energy would act as a tool card, right? Like, if you could add an energy and have a tool card on there, that would be really overpowered. But if you could just, attach an energy as a tool card, I'm about it. That makes that Lyra a little bit more interesting as well. If we can get a drawable energy, that's going to be really, really big. Really big. Energy Shoe. This is going to be good too. Imagine this on an Ultra Beast deck. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is switched with your active Pokemon, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. So again, you put Guzzlord sitting at 170 HP, and I can get free retreats. If I just am bouncing Guzzlords back and forth, is that not overpowered? Right? Imagine imagine this tech. I have 2 Celesteela in. and 2 Guzzlord. That's all I need to play is 2 Celesteela, 2 Guzzlord. And now I'm swapping these 2 Pokemon with each other, and I'm healing 30 damage every single time that I do. That's gonna be interesting. Again, you're already at 170 damage, so just healing energy is gonna be what you want to do. If you can heal 30 from this, 30 from Poke Center Lady, 20 from Potion, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Again, this is going to pair really well with Guzzlord, I feel like. You might see invincible Guzzlord decks that are just running Celesteela Guzzlords. You know? And then I'm just going to garble your energy and never die. Oh my god. That's going to be good. Okay, I like this. Even with, oh, you got to think too. Okay, so you put those Espeons in. Like, Espeon and Umbreon only have 1 energy retreat cost. So you can then bounce those around infinitely as well too. And have energy shoes on and do the same thing with them. With Umbreon, I think it's going to be even more overpowered because you're going to then lock them in. You know what I mean? Like, they are now forever locked in. So, I like this. We'll have to see what we can make, what plays we can make with the energy shoe. Elemental Switch. Trainer item. Move an electric energy and a fire energy from your Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So, how could we play this then? I guess this is, so remember how I was saying, with Ho-Oh? I guess you could pair Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Dragonite together, right? Would that work? Is this a working combo? Ho-Oh, Lugia, Dragonite. And you run 3 energy. You run all 3. Fire, water, electric. You could then hopefully set up Ho-Oh. Attack with Ho-Oh. Either die or retreat over to Lugia. Attack with Lugia. Or have Lugia move the energy. I don't know. Like, there's going to be some possibilities here with Elemental Switch too. But this is going to be good. This is actually going to be really disgusting for Zeraora as well. Move an electric energy from your benched Pokemon, your benched Zeraora, to your active. Electric Pokemon just got really, really busted with this. You're going to see, same with Arceus, you know, like electric Arceus is going to be really good. This might be too strong. We're going to have to see. Fire energy, too. What can build fire energy? Can't something just build fire energy from the bench other than Stoke Charizard? But, yeah, this is going to be good for, again, Oricorios, Zeraoras, all of that. It's going to be set up even, how you saw a Zeraora setting things up before, it's just going to set things up even faster now. An Oricorio is going to be attacking from turn 1. You have a turn 1 Zeraora. You now have a turn 2 Oricorio. So, Flareon EX. I guess you're right there, right, Dino? Flareon EX could set up the fire energy, and then you move it to your active. God, this almost opens up things too much to, like, even mentally process all the possibilities right now. It'll be interesting when the set first drops. We're gonna definitely have to do some theory crafting. This isn't everything. This is also just a small sample of what we have seen so far. What is it? 14 cards out of a 2-card set. We have 100 cards coming, so we'll have to see. Again, we're going to see what the starters are going to be like. I don't know if they're going to also give us a Typhlosion EX, but that might be better if they don't, if you think about it. If we get like a really good non-EX EX fire type that could just, I don't know how you would set it up. If it's either going to do burn damage, AoE damage on the bench. There's a lot of good possibilities here. But Typhlosion could be very overpowered depending on how they set that up. We have more water EXs than any other EX in the game, so I don't know if we're going to see another water EX with Feraligatr. Maybe another grass EX, though. Again, with the baby Pokemon, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the baby Pokemon. I wonder if we're going to get like a baby Magikarp, right? Considering we're getting a new Gyarados, maybe get a new turn 1 Magikarp that can do something other than just like flop itself to the bench. Some sort of energy build, some sort of card search would be good. But again, give us some more like turn 1 cards. I like that. Interesting choice there. I don't know. We'll have to see what else comes. But this is all that's leaked for now. As soon as we get any more information, I will definitely cover it. We'll go probably cover it live and probably drop a video on it as well if there's an actual... I think we're going to get an actual trailer release as well. This was just the leaked trailer. So I imagine within 48 hours, we're going to see the actual trailer released. However, it's probably going to be just the same exact trailer that we just watched with English, everything translated into English is obviously. But, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for the video side of things. I'm going to continue to be live here, I think, for just another minute or two. Maybe we'll do some theory crafting. I want to go back and read chat. I was recording that, though, for video purposes. I think I'm going to go and try to upload this into a video afterwards. But, anywho. Let's see. What did I miss for for chat here? I think, so what did you guys say? Look up special energy in the TCG. Let's look it up. Special energy. Pokemon cards. Ooh. Okay, special energy. God damn it. I just want to see the card. This card provides 1 colorless energy. See, this is what I was thinking too. This is what I've been saying, is that they might give us a colorless energy card. Like an actual card. It's just going to be either it'll function like a potion, where you just use it like a potion, and then you have 1 more colorless energy. Or I wonder how that would work. Would it be a colorless energy? Or would it be like since we don't technically have colorless energy in the game, would it just be an energy that you get to pick the color to? If you get to pick the color to an energy, this is the most overpowered card in the game. This will overtake Pokeball. If it's not, if it is, they would technically have to come out with a brand new energy. Like literally colorless energy. So, that could be the case, though, considering we're getting Silver, and Silver specifically said remove a colorless energy card attached. So, oh, Cream says we do have colorless energy already through Skitty. You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even think of that. Skitty does technically count as colorless energy, right? I forgot. Good thinking, Cream. Okay, so then I guess we do have a colorless energy already in the game, but that technically doesn't count as a card. In Silver's, the wording on Silver specifically said card. I guess we'll know for sure in 48 hours, or whenever the official trailer drops. The wording will be more official. Like, for now, we're reading a translation, and I think the translation's pretty accurate, but I still think there may be room for error with something like this. However, this kind of has me excited, but in bad ways. Imagine what additional energy would do to certain decks. I guess with Guzzlord, that's a good thing, right? God, imagine we get this on Guzzlord, and then we're all of a sudden attacking. We could attack turn. Nihilego. Just making sure. If it does only act as a colorless Pocket. Where's Pocket? Nihilego and Pocket is 1 darkness, 1 colorless energy. So if this does truly only count as a colorless energy build, we could attach that to a Nihilego and be attacking with Nihilego right off rip. Same thing, though, with Energy Horn. Dude, I'm so stoked for that Energy Horn Guzzlord tech. That might be good. People are literally running only, like, 18 trainer Guzzlord, or trying to. So maybe this pushes us closer towards that 18 trainer Guzzlord meta. But that could be good, though, right? That could be fun, too. If we're getting silver, does that mean we're going to see a new Sneasel combination, maybe? Be interesting to see. Probably be another darkness type, if that's the case. But, I don't know. I'm somewhat now reinvigorated. I'm excited again. I was really bummed out after the Pokemon Presents this morning, after we got shafted. So, this is making up a little bit. This makes up for it just a little bit, right? I'm a little more happy about this. I think, Reed says, have you heard of Numble? What is that? Do I Google it? I'm going to Google it on the side here. The hell is it? No, I have not. I have no idea what it is. Another thing too, guys, when the set releases or the trailer releases, we may end up getting some more leaked Pokemon out of the trailer. Hoping that's the case. Huh. Cream says, I'm hoping we get spiked colorless energy or dual colorless for special energy cards, but I'd be happy if they only gave us prism energy or cards similar to that. Do you think they're going to give us multiple types then? How is this going to work? Like, I don't play the TCG at all, so I have no idea what any cards from the TCG actually do. Once they make it to Pocket, that's like the first time I'm learning of it. Rare Candy was like the extent of my TCG knowledge, and that's already been added to the game, so. I don't think, I do think in Pocket, the most we will see is they give us a 1 energy type attach card. I don't think we're going to get spoiled past that. I think that's already going to be insane. If you think about it, giving us an energy card that we can attach to like Pokemon is already going to be broken. It's going to be absolutely broken. With Ho-Oh, I don't know, man. We're going to have to figure something out. The energy cards are going to have to be something like you won't be like if you attach energy to a Pokemon, you won't be able to attack that turn. Something, it's got to be something fair. But I don't know. If you did that, it would work for something like Ho-Oh. Because I'm trying to think, like, if you get an energy setup for Ho-Oh, you could have Ho-Oh face tank, 3 colorless energy. If you give him 1 energy to attach, he then stands a chance in this 2 energy, like, Solgaleo, Sylveon, Umbreon meta that we're going to be seeing. But I think Umbreon's going to probably put a big damper on most of these cards that are like the face cards that you're going to see, Ho-Oh and Lugia, I think are going to get put in their place by where did I lose it? By Umbreon EX. Umbreon is going to be absolutely bonkers. Combined with its non-EX version, which, let's take a look at that real quickly. Advanced search, card, Umbreon. $40 damage for 1 colorless energy. The defending Pokemon cannot... Oh, wait. If it's a basic. Less effective. If the defending Pokemon is a basic, it can attack during your opponent's next turn. Less effective. We'll have to see, though. They were preemptively setting that card up to shut down Lugia Ho-Oh decks. If you have that card, that's going to be worse than Oricorio for, like, Lugia Ho-Oh. Maybe not worse, but it'll be bad. Also, Lugia Ho-Oh still have to come up with some sort of Oricorio counter. Dino, one thing I would say with Typhlosion, one reason I want him to be a junior is then he can handle Oricorio, right? Wizen says, what do you think the new meta will be? It's too early to really say, but I think Espeon and Sylveon is going to for sure be annoying. I think this combined with Zeraora is going to be absolutely game-breaking. Elemental Switch. Turn 1 Oricorios. Yeah, forget about it. Turn 1... what am I trying to say? Turn 1... Oh my god, imagine this, you guys. Move an electric and a fire type from your Pokemon to your active. Okay, so I guess it's just one electric at a time. But you could technically have... and it's only an item. Oh my god, so you can still play a support. You could have Arceus with 2 Zeraoras, and you're, like, ready to rock next turn. You know what I mean? I guess if you don't draw a Zeraora right off rip, you're in trouble, but this could be good. Kamui, Ho-Oh unfortunately cannot set up Dragonite very easily. You can set it up with this elemental switch. The downside here, though, the wording. Take fire, water, electric from your energy zone and attach them to a basic Pokemon. So, Dragonite, unfortunately not being a basic, wouldn't work. What you could do is you could attach it to a non-evolved Dragonite, or Dratini, but that's a gamble, because you have to attach it and then have them hang in there for a turn, right? Because this effect only happens when you attack. Well, hold on now. This could maybe work. So you have you set down your Dratini the same turn you attack with this. Your following turn, you can then rare candy that Dratini into a Dragonite, and then he could attack. But I just think it's going to be too much setup. Sylveon Espeon is going to be absolutely broken. Sylveon Umbreon, I don't think you'll be able to use, considering it's 2 darkness energy. If it was a 1 colorless, 1 darkness, yes. I don't think you'll be able to do it, though, unfortunately, with the 1 darkness, or double darkness. Gyarados, again, makes me think we're going to get another Magikarp. With the way that we're getting, like, baby cards, maybe we see a baby Magikarp. Or a Magikarp that functions as, like, the babies do, where it's a not colorless. It's a no energy attack. Maybe builds energy, maybe finds a card. With this Gyarados, you don't necessarily need it to build energy. It's only going to take 2 energy to attack. So finding cards would be your best bet, considering it's a stage 1. Lugia discards all of this energy. So you'll also be able to pull the energy then once you use it, I guess. But he's going to be hard to set up, I feel like. We'll have to see how this works. I wonder then if that means you could run Elemental Switch. If they give us like a fire type Zeraora card, or a card that acts like Zeraora but for fire, where it just self-builds fire energy, this gets even more overpowered, and Lugia then also becomes really good. You know what I mean? Huh. Irida. You could Irida with Lugia. You could Irida with Ho-Oh, right? Ho-Oh. Attach them to your basic Pokemon in any way you like. If that means I can attach them in any way I like, I can take 1 fire, go here, 1 water, go here, 1 lightning, go here. That'll be interesting. Is this going to be a revival of Dredagon? Dredagon does 90 damage, which is a lot of freaking damage, honestly. Attacks with fire, water, colorless. So, and he's a basic. He's a basic. So you could maybe see Ho-Oh, Dredagon, Lugia decks. That could work. Oh, think of this, you guys. So you do run Ho-Oh, Dredagon, Lugia. You run all 3 energy, lightning, water, fire. You run a leaf, and you run 2 elemental switches. You leaf back. Basically, whatever you get stuck building, you get stuck building. That's fine. Whatever. If they give us a special energy that maybe the special energy only acts as one of these 3 energies. Fire, water, electric. Although that would suck because I want it to act for Guzzlord, but maybe we could set something up where the water you attach your energy card to Lugia, or again whatever basic you have, Lugia, Ho-Oh, or Dredagon. That acts as 1 energy towards your combination. And then, again, whatever you draw is just luck of the draw. You need a fire and electric. Ho-Oh can be colorless. So then you could also leaf. If you don't end up getting it, but you end up with, like, Lugia, or not Lugia, Dredagon out front, or even Lugia up front, you can just leaf and then put Ho-Oh. You can then use your energy switch, or elemental switch, move the electric and fire, at the very least, over to Ho-Oh. And then his 3rd energy is colorless. After that, you get to move your energy however you want. This could be really good. Leaf would be 2 retreat costs, so that'd be about perfect. Leaf works for Dredagon is 2 energy. Lugia is going to be 2 energy. I think that's going to be a set right there, guys. Lugia, Dredagon, Ho-Oh. That's going to be maybe one set right there. Ava Generosa says, watching with my husband. Oh, I'm not saying that. Why would you marry that guy? All right. Let's go back to this real quick. Gyarados. Gyarados and Cleffa, actually. Hold on. So Cleffa is no energy cost. If this ends up being a colorless card, or colorless energy, like if it evolves into I wonder how that'll work. I guess it could also pair with your Sylveon decks, but it seems kind of overkill considering how much you're going to get, like, draw potential out of Sylveon. But maybe I'm wrong there. But I was thinking this Gyarados, you may discard any number of water Pokemon from your bench, and you do discard them. Okay, so there's the catch. It has to be water Pokemon. You're not doing this with just fossils. Discard any number of water Pokemon from your bench. This attack does 40 more damage for each benched Pokemon you discarded in this way. We might be able to use this with the Wishy-Washy, though. You know what I mean? Where's the Wishy-Washy? Wishy-Washy. Put one random card in your hand. Or your bench. Or onto your bench, excuse me. I don't know. We'll have to see. This might be kind of hard to use. This is, I think, set up, obviously, with the net and probably Celestic Town Elder. But, interesting one. At this point, it's like my brain's on overload. I need the cards. I need to see the full set. But I'm excited to start working with these cards. I want to start cooking. This one right here, Lyra's going to be fun. Choose one Pokemon, shuffle it, and all cards attached to it back into your deck. So if we do get that energy card, oh my god, we get to reuse it. Oh, this could be so good. Lyra's going to be good. Lyra works with Guzzlord too, if you think about it, right? Lyra Lucy. I can then Lyra off a card. Like, imagine I end up having to Lyra, or not Lyra, I end up having to attack with or use a Celesteela, and I don't want the energy attached to it or something, or I just want to re-heal it. Boom, Lyra it. Infinite heal Lyra. Oh my god, that could be good. Huh. We'll see. We'll see. You know what else, too, is it fixes all those times when I'm like, I want to attach Poison Barb to my Celesteela early game, and then I want to not have it on there late game, or I want to get rid of Celesteela and open up a bench. Oh my god, this is going to be good. Darkrai, or not Darkrai. Yeah, I guess Darkrai, too. But Guzzlord just got even better, folks. I am super excited. The only downside is we're already, like, scrunched on deck space. So what are we giving up is going to be the question. I don't know. Interesting stuff. 7 more grueling days. Absolutely. It's going to take forever. All right, guys. I'm going to go get some breakfast. I'm going to cut the stream short again, but I'm going to go get some breakfast and then crank out that video from earlier. I will see you guys a little bit later on, I suppose. I'll probably be live later tonight. Catch you guys later tonight, though. We'll see you during the stream. Later.